What's up, guys? Welcome to Apple Insider. It is Andrew here, and check out what we've got. We've got here my old standbys, the AirPods Pro, even as we're expecting some new ones to drop of this in the relatively near future. We've also got these guys, the brand new, just released Galaxy Buds Pro with sound by AKG. This is going to be one heck of a comparison because everyone has really stepped up their game in recent years. Apple hasn't changed the AirPods Pro hardware since it was released, but Apple has continued to add new features and abilities through software updates, both with the headphones themselves as well as through iOS. And Samsung, they have come a long way since those original Galaxy Buds, and I gotta say, these things are a whole heck of a lot better than those Galaxy Beans that we saw last time. So let's go ahead, jump into this comparison time. Apple's AirPods Pro versus Samsung's Galaxy Buds Pro. Okay guys, let's talk specs. Starting out with the price points. Apple's are still coming in on the high end at $249, and Samsung just undercutting them, coming in at $200. For what it's worth, these are brand new, sticking around $200, at least for the time being. I'm sure we're gonna see price drops sooner rather than later. And on the AirPods side, these have been regularly dropping down as low as $200 if you can find these guys on sale. So make sure you look just down below. We've got links. You track, especially AirPods Pro prices. We track these things like religiously. So we're always watching for new deals, and we'll have links for those down below in the description. So if you're looking for these guys, check our links down below, Apple Insider Price Guide. But as far as other features go that we want to talk about, battery life, AirPods Pro, Apple is saying 4.5 hours on a single charge, combined with the battery case, you're getting 24 hours of total time when you're using ANC. The Galaxy Buds Pro, these guys are offering 5 hours on a single charge, and combined with the case, you're going to get 18 hours. That's not great. 18 hours versus 24, there's a pretty big disparity between the two. Samsung kind of makes up for that by having the ability to charge your Galaxy Buds Pro on the back of your Galaxy phone using that bi-directional wireless charging. Both have wireless charging, by the way, then Lightning and USB-C. So that's one way that kind of Samsung makes up for that lower cumulative battery life. But if you also turn off ANC, you get a lot longer. I think it's like up to 8 hours on a single charge for the earbuds. I think that's a pretty solid time. So these guys win out in terms of like single use, but cumulative time, the AirPods Pro win by a good amount. Each of these guys has some degree of water and sweat resistance going on. The AirPods Pro, these guys offer IPX4 resistance, but the Samsung win here with their IPX7. That means these guys can be submerged in water about a meter deep for 30 freaking minutes. I mean, you can drop these into a lake, shallow lake, and pick them up fast enough, and they're still going to work. So, nice benefit here. You're looking for wireless ones or waterproof ones, the Galaxy Buds Pro are going to be the way to go. Other changes to note between the two of these guys, both of these offer ANC, active noise cancellation. Both offer degrees of transparency mode so you can hear your outside noise. But one way that these guys really made a difference is this new feature called Voice Detect. Basically, it detects when you're speaking, like you're talking to another human, and it'll go ahead and switch you to transparency mode so you can actually hear what's going on around you. So you can have ANC on, listen to your music. You go to talk to somebody, hello fellow human, and when that happens, it's going to turn off ANC, switch you to transparency mode so you can hear what's going on around you. I love that feature, and man, do I hope Apple steals it for the next generation version of AirPods Pro. In terms of quality, when it comes to ANC, Apple still has the edge here. I mean, the Bose Quiet Comfort noise canceling earbuds win out over both of these guys, but between the two, Apple is still winning here. They just do a lot more, and the type of fit these guys have is important. So Apple has all those internal microphones and all this other stuff with its H1 chip to balance that audio for you and adjust it for your ear. And these aren't as important to have a perfect seal. I mean, it's important, but not as important as it is for the Galaxy Buds Pro. These guys, the fit is super important. And if you don't have a really nice fit, then you're going to have a much more subpar noise canceling ability. I mean, they're saying they block out like 99% of background noises, and that's really just not the case. It's honestly not. We tested out a ton of ANC earbuds and headphones, and Apple was like promising lower than that, and yet I thought it was better. In a lot of the scenarios that we were testing here in the studio, between fans and noises coming from our computer, like jet noises and airplane noises, bus noise and stuff like that, they're close. They're really good either way. Neither of them is bad, but I do think Apple still has just a tidbit of an edge when it comes to noise cancellation. Again, both good. Apple just has a small edge in that regard. Now, I know I said I want Apple to steal Samsung's voice detect feature. Here's a feature that Samsung has borrowed from Apple, and that is Samsung's new 360 audio feature. So Apple has spatial audio on their AirPods Pro as well as the AirPods Max. Basically, it's a 3D audio effect that makes the sound like it's coming from all around you. You're watching a movie and it's got Dolby Atmos mastered. You can hear sounds coming above you, behind you, left and right, everything. And it's super cool, super immersive. I mean, there's no better way to watch, like, you know, the latest season of The Mandalorian. It's really awesome to be able to hear that audio. And Apple's even made it available to developers through an API to build into their apps and their games for really just immersive experiences. Samsung now has a new feature just called 360 Audio that sounds very similar. Unfortunately, we have yet to be able to test this because while Apple's works across its ecosystem, a ton of different iPhones and other devices, even if it doesn't work on Mac yet, it's been available. And on the Samsung side, it's only working with One UI version like 3.1. I've got like my list here of what version it requires. Yeah, One UI 3.1 of Android, which right now is unreleased, so we can't test it. It'll only work on like the S21s out of the gate until that update comes out to other devices. So right now, they do have that 360 audio feature, that spatial audio feature. We just can't test it to see how good or reliable it is, but we are definitely excited to try it out once it finally lands. To round out our comparison of these two devices, we need to talk about audio quality and special features that both of them can boast. But before we do that, we need to take a moment to thank our sponsor for this video, Nebia. Okay, so I know a lot of the old audience has already heard me talk about this, but my wife and I in late 2019 got a new house, and we've been renovating it ever since. We've added a deck and stairs, we've built an entire new studio onto the house. We have done a ton, and just this week we're adding a whole new pantry with some beautiful barn doors and smart lighting to our dining room kitchen area. But one of the first things that was on my list to do was fixing our shower. It had an old school shower head and I had just had enough of it. This was our house and I wanted to put something cool in there. And I've been following Nebia for years. It was like a tech startup, but for the bathroom. It was even backed by Tim Cook himself. But the early units were kind of expensive and I couldn't put them in my apartment or my townhome. So now that we had our house, I was finally ready to take the plunge. And the new Nebia by Moen is its most advanced system yet with a new lower price tag. So I was thrilled, all on board. It was so easy to install and get going. I love that you can use the wand at the same time as the shower head and the wand is magnetic. It creates an incredible spa-like experience in our own shower. And it's just so easy to do. And if you guys do this, and literally Nebia rarely does this, but they're offering 15% off any Nebia products. So if you follow the link down below in the description and use promo code AI, just Nebia.com, use promo code AI, 15% off Nebia products. Go ahead and do it. This is a limited time offer, and let me know what you guys think over on Twitter at Andrew_OSU. Now let's get back to those headphones. Okay guys, audio quality, this is important. This is probably one of the most important things, if not the most important thing that you should look at for a set of earbuds. And between the two, they each have benefits. Despite Apple's earbuds looking a little bit smaller in their volume, they have that stem, so it's kind of hard to tell. They actually have a deeper bass, more robust bass than the Galaxy Buds Pro. So bass is a little bit heavier here on the AirPods. AirPods also shined really well with their mids and their highs. But I did find vocals to be clearer over here on the Samsung Galaxy Buds Pro. So the vocals were definitely better here. Another thing that we noted was that the Galaxy Buds have more available options for EQ adjustments. Apple only allows you to adjust EQ by going into the music app settings. So it's only for the music app. So if you're listening to any other app or any other audio, it's not going to carry over. So there is a difference between the two in terms of audio. Again, both of these are great though. They have made such big strides over past generations. I'm very happy. Another quick note, these guys, huge improvement over the Galaxy Buds Live in terms of the ANC that we talked about, but also in terms of audio quality for phone calls. They have these new voice processing units and wind guards, and it's huge improvement over what we saw with the Galaxy Buds Live. So if you're looking for audio quality for headphones, these are much more improved from what we saw in the past generation. Now, extenuating features that both these guys are proud to talk about. Apple has the H1 chip, and there's really nothing like it on the market. It allows for just a ridiculously far connection, strong signal, no dropouts in Bluetooth, all of that amazing stuff. That easy one-touch setup on your device, just pop it open, boom, setup on its way. It also allows for audio sharing, so you can connect 2 sets of AirPods or AirPods Pro to your iOS or your iPad, anything like that. So you guys can share audio on the plane or watching a movie, whatever. It's really awesome. So that audio sharing feature there. It also has a super tight integration with iOS, just everything across the board from how it shows up on your Apple Watch into Control Center, all of those things. Of course, Samsung does have good integration with the Galaxy line, but that's its own feature. Apple also boasts adaptive EQ, so it's listening to everything in your ear and adjusting it for your particular fit. Speaking of the fit, Apple has a fit test to make sure that you actually are getting the best fit for your ear across all the different earplugs that you can put onto those ear tips. Apple, of course, has Siri integrated into its headphones. You can just summon Siri hands-free, and there are the 4 stems to control the earbuds themselves. On the Galaxy side, we have, of course, Galaxy integrations very deep into their own ecosystem, including that multi-connect and auto-switch feature, just like Apple has on theirs. There's the Bixby integration there. There's the adjustable EQ that we mentioned already. These guys have voice detect, again, something that we talked about, and the touch controls to make it easy to control your playback. So here's what this boils down to, and this is more true now than it ever has. Typically, the AirPods performed much better in Apple's ecosystem, but the Galaxy Buds, they were more agnostic. They were kind of across the board. Now, you can use the AirPods Pro with your Galaxy devices. You can use your Galaxy Buds with your Apple devices. But this year especially, there is just a ton of features that each offer for their own platforms. So if you're an iPhone user, these are going to be better. And if you're an Android or a Galaxy user, then these are going to be better. It's not really as much of a comparison or a battle against the two anymore like it had been in years past. It's really just about whatever platform you choose to use. I mean, both of these are amazing sets of headphones, and it's still kind of unfair to pit them against one another. Now, if you guys want to grab either of these guys, we've got links down below in the description, and let me know what you think and what features you want to see pop up on either set of headphones in the future by going on Twitter and mentioning me at Andrew_OSU.